What's going on, Reps and Real Talk Pro Series podcast? We got big Coach Lou and Josh joining us. What's up, fellas?
How's it going, man?
Great. Good? Good. How's life treating you guys?
Great, actually.
Yeah?
Great.
Tell us what's going on with you guys. What's going on in the life of Lou?
Life of Lou, I'm healthy,
Yeah?
which is a plus. I had some trouble earlier this year. Blood work and stuff had me pull out a competition that I was literally dying to do, sad to say.
We want you here, man.
Yeah,
don't die on us.
We doctors said it wasn't in the best interest. So once I dealt with that situation, we got back healthy, got a coach that figured like how to deal with my situation. And we got lab work done a couple of weeks ago. And I've been with them about 2 months now. Yeah. And lab work came back, best lab work I've had in maybe 3 or 4 years, to be really honest with you. So
that's awesome, man. So what changed? What you do?
We dropped a lot of weight. I guess I grew too fast. It was too much for me. So we just stuck to a consistent diet, lowered the supplements that we were taking, and focused on resting. And that probably was the biggest thing that I knew I wasn't doing to the best of my ability. Yeah. Accepting the fact that, with birthdays come age. Yeah. And so as I continue to age, you have to start dialing some of this stuff back. You can't run off for 4 hours of sleep and 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Can't do it like you used to back
Not like I used to, sadly, but I'm accepting it now.
Yeah, man.
So I'm excited about that piece, man, to be back with what I love to do the way I love to do it.
I like the passion and desire, man. So all the best, man. Josh, what's up, man? Tell us what's going on in life for you.
Life is beautiful, man. Literally living the dream every day. Yeah. Facing life's challenges as they come, but knowing that this is an amazing life that I get to live. I get to do amazing thing with awesome people. I get to help people every day, hopefully do awesome things. And it's a great time to be here, man. I'm just really excited to get to talk to you and share the love.
Yeah, man. So that's a good topic. I don't want to circle back. And I think we're all in the same age bracket, if I will say so myself. So it's good to have a little elderly wisdom here. But, we've all sort of competed and kind of dabbled in the competition realm. And you spoke about that earlier about your health, man. How I think, early on, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, we don't really think about that as important as a factor as we do now. I mean, we got one life. I look at like the Dexter Jackson and the Jay Cutlers, the longevity of the sport and how they're doing it. No knock to anybody else, but I want to be healthy in my 50s, 60s, and 70s, hopefully. So, what are some things that you do currently that you didn't do in the past that kind of makes that, journey a little bit better health-wise for you?
I think Josh will be able to understand where I'm coming from with this. When you train people for a living, especially if you do it for the fact that you love to do it, for a purpose and a passion, then it's hard to establish boundaries. You're running a business, so you want to treat customers right. You want to make sure you serve. But the issue that I had was I said yes to everything and everybody. Coach, I want to train at 5 a.m. No problem. It didn't matter if I had 2 different, 1 hour Stairmaster cardio sessions, a weightlifting session, and a client at 7 p.m. Yeah. I was like, you want to do it? You're paying me to do it, and I love to do it. Yeah. Perfect. And what I had to start doing differently was recognize that I'm not immortal. As much as I like to think I am, or I thought I was at least, I had to come to cope with the fact I'm as human as everybody else. Yeah. And there is a such thing as capacity. Yeah. Right. And what I started doing is just setting boundaries and sticking to them. Coach, I need to train at 5. I'm asleep. Yeah. At 5, I'm asleep, man. I would love to. Here's what I do have to offer. Can we make this work? Right. How about I shoot you a workout? You give me some feedback. I'll correct it, when you send me some videos. But as far as me getting up and being there at 5, just not in the best interest for me right now. And what I learned, crazy enough, was nobody had a problem with it, man. Right. No one had a problem. So I was sitting there putting that cape on, trying to be Superman for everybody, and no one had an issue, and I was Clark Kent. I was mind blown. Like, if I'd had this information, this wisdom, or those boundaries 2 years ago, would I have run into these health complications?
I think that's an important thing, doing personal training, whether it's online or in person. That's how I was in the beginning. You want to say yes to everyone because it's money, it's financial. You want to establish yourself. You want to make sure that you're going to make a name for yourself, right? But you soon find out, quicker than not, that you can't do it all. You're running yourself dry, you're draining your battery. And then, growing up and doing it, man, I was dead when I got home. I mean, it was all the time. I didn't talk to anybody. Right. I don't talk to my girlfriend, my wife, it's like, not that I had both. Early on. My early careers, but I didn't give them the attention that they deserved, and then now, I mean, my wife is just super supportive. But on that note, it's like, when you say no, it's okay. People realize that you are human, that you are doing them a service. So yes, you want to be there 100%, but if you're not 100%, you're doing them the disjustice, right? Yeah. So Josh, what do you think about, having that persona? Like, did you grow up saying yes to everything, or did you have a balance? Because I think that's a key thing in this industry is balancing.
Yeah, I think I've gotten the training here in the last 5 years, and I am, like you mentioned, we're part of the older crowd. I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40. I'm 48 currently, so I do.
Looking great though, by the way.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. It's all the Labrada protein and everything else that I take every day. But no, I just I got into this career to have more time with my family and to do the things I want. So just like anything in life, though, I think you do not only have to have balance, but it needs to be something you could do for the long haul. I'm not into this to see how much money I can make really fast and help a few people. I want to like consistently see what I can do. How many lives can I change? Yeah. One of the greatest feelings I've had, at least as a professional coach, was coaching other people to stage and see them get accolades and do things that beyond my capacity, but I'm beginning to live vicariously through their wins and things like that. So, again, I think anything you do with passion, you do it for the right reason. Yeah. You find some balance in it, because it is easy to want to go all in on your job. And when you go 100% on something else is going to get left behind. You can't go 100% on everything all the time. They'll be like to think we can. Something is going to fall through the cracks. That's not going to be my family. That's going to be not the people that I love. I'm not doing that to them. Yeah.
The most important thing, and you hit on a good point financially, we get into this world, and that's how it was in the beginning, was like, I used to run a corporate gym and I'd hire trainers and I'd be like, why do you want to become a trainer? And they're like, I just want to help people. I'm like, all right, do you want to help people for free? And they're like, oh, no, I want to get paid. So there is a balance of, I want to get paid for my service, but how do you differentiate yourself? So what differentiates each of you to your demographic of clientele? Is it something that you show? I mean, if someone walk in now and say, hey man, I want to hire you guys for training, it's like we each have a different background, different journey. So what do you present to your clients as far as what separates you from the rest?
But if you don't mind, I'll go on this video. I'd say what I try to do is, honestly, I'm going to try to show them a way that's consistent. I'm not going to try to show them that, hey, to be a bodybuilder, you have to do chicken and rice, and not to knock that works. But what's going to work more than anything is you being consistent on a diet, you sticking to a plan, you actually tracking what you're eating. So I'm going to try to give you tools to make that easier. I'm going to teach you that you don't need to stress over, do you eat rice or bread or potato? Because at the end of the day, if it's 40 grams of carbs from rice, bread, or potato, really not that big of a deal. You're splitting hairs instead of worrying about the big picture. So giving them something they can follow long term, helping them understand whatever they think is going to be done in 12 weeks, probably going to take a year. Yeah. If you whatever you think is going to take to get the job done, double it or triple it. Especially if it comes to gaining muscle and getting huge. You can lose a lot of fat pretty fast with aggressive fat loss diet.
Sugar and ice cubes. You
can do all types of things to lose weight. But are you going to be able to stick with that? Are you going to learn anything along the way to make you a stronger person? Not only in the weight room, but like in life. Are you going to learn that you could do hard things, that you could suffer a little bit and you're not going to die? That you can, there's a greater reward at the end of all that suffering if you'll stick it out.
I think most people know what they have to do, right? I mean, they know the choices they make. It's just a lot easier said than done. So like you said, giving them a plan, something to follow through with, right? It's like, I know what to eat, I know what to do, but I just don't do it, and sometimes in this industry, it's a lot of hand holding, it's a lot of babysitting, it's a lot of coddling, it's a lot of motivation, and you're everyone's big on it, but it's like, how do you motivate each client to reach their goals and to set those expectations? Like, look, you're not going to have this in 3 weeks. I mean, I've had those clients, you probably did, like, hey, I got a wedding in 2 weeks, I got to lose 20 pounds. Like, sorry, I mean, you can starve yourself and make you fit in the dress, but at the same time, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to look good afterwards. So, that I think that deteriorates a lot from what we do. It's like, we're not quick fixes. We're in this for longevity, right? The lifestyle. So, what is that? How do you broaden from the start, maybe in the middle, to keep them accountable to what they said they're going to do?
I'm lucky to be in a point of I had to take that journey as well. Yeah. So a lot of times, we think about clients and they're coming into you for a weight loss perspective. Well, I took the opposite route. Super scrawny adult, and I can't even say kid. I was 28, 29 years old before I got my first gym membership or touched my first barbell. So one of the things that I like about what Josh was saying is that you have to become personal with them. Right? Relationship creates retention. It helps to hold them accountable, because now I'm not just a coach barking orders or disciplining you for not doing something. Right. So if I can tap into why you want to do this, then it's easier to get you to see the longevity in it. Right. And if I could tell you, I had to do it too. Because if you look at me, you just think, oh, well, it's probably easy for you. Like, no, I was 28 years old, 168 pounds, telling the whole world I'm going to be a bodybuilder one day, getting laughed at. So like, I can relate to what you're going through in the opposite direction, but the goal is still the same. We got to be consistent. We got to be dedicated. We got to be disciplined. We can't cut corners. And then my trick of the trade, don't you guys steal this, is
everyone's going to hear it. So.
It's literally,
this is being recorded.
It's letter grade system like school, because everybody's been to school at some point, right?
Yeah.
So I just say, hey, if you can give me 70%, if you can give me a C, I can change your life. So now it's like, okay, he's not going to tell me I got to be on 24/7 in order to reach this goal.
Right.
No, if you can give me 70%, right, of what 70% of what I'm telling you this plan is, just 70, I can shock you. Yeah. Now, if you want to do it a little bit faster, or you want it to look better, give me 80. Right? You want to be a rock star? You want to be a superstar? Give me 100. Let's try to get an A. But if you give me a C, C's get degrees. You can pass this class.
Yeah.
And that's when I put it in that perspective, it lightens the load or the anxiety of feeling like, in order to reach this goal, I got to be perfect, which is just unrealistic, man.
Progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection, man. Every day of the week. So I grade them.
Yeah.
At the end of this week, man, give yourself a grade. What do you think you did?
Gold star, man.
How do you go? Why do you think you got to be? Explain it.
Some people are happy with B's. Yeah, some people are happy with 70 as a passing. They're like, hey, I did bare minimum, hit my checklist, I'm good, but they're not going to see the results.
If that 70 is better than what you were doing 100% of the time before you met me,
when you were flunked,
let's applaud that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's applaud that. That's great. So just slowly rewarding and understanding or applauding, because people want to feel good about their effort if they're giving it. If they're not, then I got to tell you, you're failing. I can't pass you if you didn't pass. But you want to feel good about what you're trying to do. And then that positive encouragement helps. Like, I've been coached by people that are just like, you failed, you didn't do it right, you're not doing this. I'm like, that does not motivate me to want to pay you, first and foremost, nor listen to you. But if you can say, hey, Lou, are you being 100% honest about what you're doing? Are you really giving me 100%?
Yeah.
I can BS, myself, but I can't BS you, right? You know what you're doing. You know as a coach. So now at some point, the truth has to come out. And when it does, it's like, okay, how bad do I really want it? You got to start having those self-talks. And I encourage my clients to do the same. Have that self-talk. Do you really want it?
Yeah.
Like you said you did on the first day, but now we're 3 weeks in, and it's not magic. It's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
So I need you to have that same level of enthusiasm that you had the first day you signed up.
Yeah. I agree, man. So, speaking about that, like what motivates you now? Like, I think you hit a good point on finding out other people's why. Yeah. Like, why am I in this? Why am I coming to you? It's like, I don't go into Best Buy, looking for a TV and like, dude, I don't know. Like, I'm in here for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not just going to, I may browse, look at the new technology, but I'm in here and I want what's best, So if I see the 32, 50, and 80, man, it's like, it's too small, too big. This is just right. So what is your why now after everything you've learned? What is your why now moving forward? Why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yeah. Why are you here? What is your why to keep going? Like with where you're at, where you're at in your life, your goals. Tell me why. What is your why now?
It's very cliche, but my why is the feeling that I got helping somebody else be successful. It was a bigger reward than I felt for the bodybuilding stage anyway, right? So it doesn't even have to necessarily be bodybuilding, but when you are able to impact somebody's life and help them see something in them that they forgot was there or they never knew was there, that's impactful. And luckily I get to do that through weight training, and it's so much more than that, right? Like when you know this, you get to know your clients, and the clients that you help the most, you help them because, as you mentioned, we all know what to do. It's not that hard of a recipe. You know what I mean? Right. You need to eat more or eat less, you need to train to a certain level, but most folks just won't stick to that. For whatever reason, they self-sabotage. Yeah. So when you kind of help someone find that deeper reason on some of these things, it's pretty damn rewarding, Brett. Yeah. And then like from a physical standpoint, just why I like to train still and all that, man, is as I was one of these guys. I was a chubby kid, you know, in my 30s, was still in a tank top at the pool, going on vacation, not liking the way I looked and those type of things. And, you know, to be able to take my shirt off and be proud with my wife. And we have a 23-year-old daughter that wants to invite us to meet her friends instead of hide us because we're the old parents. She's like proud to show us off. It's really cool shit, man. Like
there's your why, right? There's your why. Dude.
It's an amazing thing.
That's where I was getting at is, you know, that's not, your accomplishments and others are a bonus to me. You know, not to take away the credit of what you do with them, but your why and why you're here, still doing what you're doing. I mean, we could be a 9-to-5, you know, corporate world, and nothing knocking to it, but like this is a passion that we all instill with us. So, you want the longevity, you want the livelihood and the vitality just to elongate that, right? So, what is there something that motivates you daily, or is it just do you set goals yourself, like little checkpoints, or how do you go about doing Josh's goals, Coach Lou's goals? What do you use personally?
I identify why I started And that takes me to a whole nother spiritual level, honestly speaking. So it's the divine purpose to get up and serve. Right? And everybody has their way of doing it. I just was honored to do it in a way that allows me to live in a gym, lift weights, and coach people. But the why behind it is, if I don't do my part, right? If I don't do what I feel I was called to do, how many people don't get the blessing they were supposed to get, or how many are delayed, right? Because what's for them is for them. I respect that. But if what's for them is what's for Brett is for Brett, and the connection is he just has to bump into Lou and get Lou to pour into him. I can't sit down on my couch and play my video games knowing that not doing what I was told to do or called to do is limiting somebody else's growth. Right? We all have to answer to somebody at some point at the end of the day. And when that time comes, I want to feel honored with the life that I was given to live. Like, I've survived several situations, and you start to ask questions like, why did that should have took me out, or this should have took, and that was a boneheaded decision. I'm blessed to still be here. What's the purpose behind that? And it's like, you're here because there's more people that need you to tell them something, or to do something, or to help them in some way. And that lesson you got that I saved your behind from is going to identify with the next person you talk to, and you can help cut that learning curve. So if I give up, then how many people lose? And I can't carry that weight. You get it? Yeah.
So what about motivation, Josh? What motivates you daily to do what you do?
I just I think everybody's got a sad story, right? It's one of those things where you can easily focus on your sad story. But it's I know no matter what I'm going through that I've been through worse, that I've overcome more than that. So I'm blessed to have the struggles that I have now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a job that I love to get to go to. I mean, I don't have any right to complain about the life that I'm privileged to live. And that's easy to say sometimes, right? Because life is tough. Things irritate you. Traffic sucks.
Traffic sucks.
People aren't always nice. You know what I mean? But it's that is life. And life is like, it's not about how great your life is. It's how you deal with the adversity and how you overcome those things that make it exciting, that make it worthwhile.
Want to listen to more?